Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and don't let the view throw you. I'm presenting from a little bit different place than usual. We'll see how this goes. But I do have a fun project to share with you. It features the Timeless Tropical Stamp Set, which is perfect for this summery time of year that we're getting into. And this is a fun card. It's actually like a triple card. So it's got 3 panels with this fun fold out. It's a DSPCardBase, which you know, if you've been watching my videos lately, is totally my thing. I love it. And then it also has 3 different techniques. So one for the front, one for the middle, and one for the center. So this is going to be a card with a lot of cool tips and tricks for you. So let's get started, and I will show you how to make this card. Okay, so you might notice that you're still with me, so I can talk to you every once in a while, but probably you want to focus mostly on what I'm doing here. And so the card base for this is actually 10.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And yes, I know that this means that you're going to have to you're going to only get 2 cards instead of 3 out of a single piece of designer series paper, but I promise it'll be okay. You're still going to love it. And I love on my trimmer that I can measure both on the left and the right side, so I can cut off 1.5 inches easily here without having to extend my arm of my cutter if I don't want to. So after you've cut your card, you're going to want to go ahead and do your scoring. So I'm going to fold my arm out here, and with my paper facing right side up, I'm going to go ahead and score on the end here, the left end, so 3 inches from the end, like that. And then I'm going to slide this in here to 7 inches, okay, like that. And then that is going to give us our pieces to fold. And I'm going to fold the larger piece here for the front, you can see, and then the smaller piece here is going to be the inside. So I can put this away for now. And what I'm going to do next is get out my pieces, which I've kind of put together, and I am going to start stamping. So I have our card center here. Might as well start on the inside and work our way out. And for this one, the technique that we're using is masking. So you're going to want to have a piece of scratch paper, a Post-it note, or just a little piece of note paper that will let you mask. And so I'm going to grab my stamp here from Timeless Tropical, and I'm going to go ahead and pop one of these on here. And then I'm going to line up my mask, and I'm going to pop another one down here. And the color I'm using for these is Mango Melody. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my mask up above there so that I can add some leaves. And I'm going to add my leaf stamp here with Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to go ahead and pop one on the end there. And then I'll pop one of these, I think, over here. And this is going to be, like I said, the center panel of our card. Okay. And then I have another piece of scratch paper here, or piece of, oh, I just inked that in the wrong color. Okay, so let me pull out my handy scrub. If you haven't switched over to a Simply Chamois, I highly recommend it. I absolutely adore them. And let's try this again with mango. I'm going to stamp a mango piece on here, and then I'm going to grab a die to match, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out in a second. That's going to go here on our card. The next piece that I'm going to add is the flower that's going to go in the center of our panel. So that one's here. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my large flower in Soft Suede, which is one of my all-time favorite neutrals. It's right up there with black and gray. Actually, it's probably even higher than gray in my book. But it looks like I use it so much I might need to re-ink it. So let me flip this over and do one more time. Actually, you know what? This is going to show, so I can't redo it. I'm going to have to grab another piece of paper here. Get rid of that one. Okay, so I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to stamp my flower one more time so I get a really nice strong image. There we go. And what I was saying before, since this is going to overlap the edge of our paper, I can't really stamp again on the back because it will show. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my mango ink again, and my sponge dauber, and these come in a package of 5, I think, and they are great. You can wash them to use them on different colors if you want, but I kind of keep one for yellows and one for greens, and if I'm really organized, I'll get my label maker out, and I'll make little labels to actually cover these. So I'm going to start right in the middle where I want my color to be strongest, and then work my way out in a circular pattern. Okay, so you notice I never put my sponge dauber out here. As soon as I ink it, I always start it right in the center. And then I'm going to work up just a little bit to kind of get that stamen of our flower to be nice and strong. Okay, the reason for that is that if you take this and you just set it down, you're going to end up with a polka dot, and we don't really want a polka dotted hibiscus, okay? And then this is going to get cut out with a die also. And then for the last part of our card that I'm going to go ahead and die cut, there is a pineapple and a pineapple leaf topper from the same In the Tropics dies, coordinating Tropics dies. And I will go ahead and get these die cut. Okay, and then through the magic of television, I have these all die cut here, and I'm going to pull them apart. So I have my large flower and my small flower. There we go. And I think I still need that maybe. My pineapple pieces. Now, if you are lucky enough that these pieces didn't come out, then that is fabulous because that's how we're going to use this. And I find that if I run this through my Big Shot just one time, or run this through my die cut machine just one time, that this die will cut and make a nice impression, but it won't necessarily pop out all the pieces. So usually if I want the pieces to pop out, I run it through 2 or 3 times, or sometimes even move it. Another tip of keeping the pieces in there is to go and turn the piece on your plate instead of picking it up, because sometimes, especially if your plates are as thoroughly loved as mine, the pieces will stick behind to your plates, and I don't really want that. I want them to kind of stay in there. So I'm treating this pretty gently. All right. Okay, we have our leaves here. And what else am I missing? I'm missing our greeting. So I have the little thank you words, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp them in soft suede again. And I'm going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to trim this. I could use my trimmer, but this works just to make it a little bit narrower, so it's a little bit more in line with the size here. And then I think I am ready to start assembling. So we'll start again from the inside out. So on the inside, I have my layer here, and this is going to go in the center. The directions for this as a PDF are available free for anybody who places an online order in my LovenStamps online store during the month of May. So if you'd like a PDF of this with all the directions, you'll want to go ahead and place an order. Otherwise, you can go ahead and watch the video for the cutting directions and catch those details too. So, all right, there is the flower that's going to go there. Now this flower is going to go here, but just to give it a little bit of extra interest and to add to our sponging technique, I'm going to go ahead and sponge the edges, and I'm taking my sponge dauber and I'm just brushing right down on the edge of the paper, and it's giving it that kind of extra little glowy color right around the edges, okay? And so then this I'm going to go ahead and attach with a couple of these Stampin' Dimensionals too. Okay, and then you just want to make sure that your dimensionals are on the part of the card that doesn't show here on the back. So this is where I was saying I can't stamp on the back because it'll show. And then on the front of my card, I'm going to go ahead and add a strip of mango, which I had it here a moment ago. Okay, so here's my strip of mango. We've found it. And I'm going to slide this under the edge. So I'll go ahead and put some adhesive kind of right along this whole edge here, and slide this under so that it pops out just a little bit to give a really nice defined edge to the front of my card. All right, our thank you strip is going to overlap just a little bit, and I'm going to put this on like so. And then our pineapple is going to fit right here in the front. Now, if your pineapple pieces are all still there, that's great. Just add adhesive carefully. And normally I wouldn't use quite so much adhesive, but I'm going to try and cover all of those little pieces. And I'm being careful to press down as I go. Oh, I need a new refill of that one. Press down as I go so that I don't inadvertently pick up those little pieces. Now, if your pieces fell out, you have a couple choices. One, you can just poke the rest out because it is a die, you know, it cuts. You can leave it blank and you can go ahead and put it on your card with the holes in it. Or you can layer this onto another piece of mango cardstock that would cover the whole thing. And you can then just cut around the edges really tightly with a pair of scissors, and you can kind of undercut just a little bit to get that nice tight message on there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on there, but those are some good solutions for you. I'm going to pop this on, and then these little leaves are a lot of fun. They actually pop out, and what I'm doing is I am sort of bending the cardstock between my fingers. I'm not just folding it, I'm running my finger across there so that it helps to sort of bend all of those cardstock fibers so that they want to stay up. And what that does is it gives me kind of a nice dimensional pineapple topper to put here. Now I made it a little bit difficult to get all the pieces. There's not much area left to adhere with adhesive there. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of the multi-purpose liquid adhesive, which I adore. If you haven't seen this trick before, I keep mine in a fun little shot glass that I actually got on a Stampin' Up trip when we were in the south of France. So woohoo for Stampin' Up trips. All right, this is going to glue on top and stay just like that. Now, I don't know about you. I think this is a very nice card. It could totally be finished just like it is, but I really like extra embellishments, and that is where these fun things come in if you have seen them sitting here on my work surface. So I'm going to grab some mini glue dots because I want to use these, and I'm going to use one of the little mini pineapples, or one of the other ones will also work nicely. And I'm going to press that down onto the mini glue dot so that it picks up the glue, and then I'm going to pop that there right next to my thank yous to accent that greeting. I wanted to show you one more card that uses this triple panel fold, and this one actually features supplies from the Occasions catalog that's about to go out from the From My Heart series, or From My Heart suite, and some of these items are actually on a nice pricing reduction, so you'll want to check these out in my online store. But here is the card, which features the heartfelt bundle, so the punches and the stamps that match, and it is a window card, so it actually opens like this, and the greeting is on the inside. So basically I've lined up my hearts just like that to make another version. So whether you're doing the triple panel without the hole or the triple panel with the punches in it, this is a really flexible card design, so you can use it a lot of different ways. All right, so thanks so much for visiting my studio today and crafting with me. I will look forward to sharing more cards with you soon. And of course, these two cards are the ones that you will get project kits for if you place an online order of at least $50 in my store this month. So remember, watch for the hostess code on my website at LovenStamps, and let me know if you have any questions about these projects or getting your kits or anything product available in stores. So thanks so much for watching, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.